worst pumpkin spice products,
and a delicious fried rice recipe.
all this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas. Good Morning Texas for Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm Abigail Redondo.
And I'm Cameron Trout. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's time to start your day the Longhorn way.
Yeah.
So, how has your week been so far?
Pretty good. It's Wednesday, halfway through the week, and Thursday, Friday actually. No classes Friday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's crazy.
What about you?
Well, I haven't had any tests yet, so I can't
Okay.
complain. I do have one on Friday, but she's
You
easy.
got this.
She's easy.
You got
I don't
this.
worry about
Yeah,
her.
for sure. You're in good hands. So let's get into this week's trending topics. I'm not sure if you remember, but we're actually honoring the victims of the Las Vegas shooting, and October 1st actually marked the 2-year anniversary of the Route 91 mass shooting in Vegas. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's like so tragic. And it's crazy that it was 2 years ago. I mean, it seems like
know.
yesterday that it happened, and it's such a tragic event, really.
I know. I mean, 58 people lost their lives that day, and it's actually known as one of the deadliest mass shootings in American history, which is really crazy to think.
I know. Looking at the video that came out of that whole horrible event, it was just traumatizing to see that. I can't even imagine what it was like being there, you know?
Of course, I know. And the city of Las Vegas continues to honor those who have died and were injured, and they continue to heal. I mean, even though it's 2 years ago, there's still a lot of healing to do with that city and just across the nation. And many were actually showing support, sharing posts with the hashtag #VegasStrong.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the biggest things you can get from something like this is this huge sense of community. From horrible things, we can grow stronger as a people and a nation, and I think that's what we should take from it at the end of the day.
Yes.
Well, on a happier note, it is October, like Abigail said, so that means it's the start of spooky season. And with spooky, of course, Stranger Things comes in, and it was officially renewed for a 4th season.
Oh my gosh.
Have you watched Stranger Things before?
I gotta catch up on season 3. I know a lot happened that season.
I know. I watched season 3. I binged it after I saw the trailer. And yeah, it was super. I liked the style they went for. It was like a good way to world build.
Yeah.
And the actual trailer on social media was pretty cryptic. It did show a few creepy creatures that could be joining. And at the end, it actually teased with the quote, "We're not in Hawkins anymore," which I think is a great throwback to Wizard of Oz. I love when they do that like innocent sort of movie reference turned into a creepy one, you know?
So much nostalgia.
I know, and it's really interesting to see like where they'll go from Hawkins, because that's where they framed the whole show.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to what they have in store. I mean, I know it's a good show.
Yeah, and season 3 ended with a cliffhanger and, spoiler alert, a death, or maybe not, of a beloved character. We'll still have to see. So yeah, there's a lot to see that's coming up in season 4, and I'm really excited for it.
I know, yeah, I'm really excited. Wow. I don't know if you know, but the UT 4-year graduation rate has actually improved. I know, yeah.
That's crazy.
So recent numbers released show that the 4-year graduation rate is still like about 70%, which is the same from last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I think in like 2018, that was actually the highest 4-year graduation rate for any Texas public university.
I mean, that is a big thing, regardless of your personal thoughts on A&M or Texas Tech. These are highly accredited schools that we're going up against, so to have the highest graduation rate is a big deal, I feel like.
Exactly. And the university officials actually say the rate improved for minority students, Pell Grant recipients, and first-generation college students.
Yeah, I think that's a huge deal, because like it's clear that like resources are being allocated to these like groups that might be marginalized in the whole like graduation process.
Exactly, yeah. So there's actually like more than 51,000 students enrolled at UT, and there's a 1.5% drop from last year. So, I mean,
it's a drop in the water or the pond, but 51,000 is still a ton of students.
Exactly, and I believe that previously UT granted automatic admission for freshmen in the top 7%, so maybe the decline is due to them actually this semester decreasing it to the top 6%.
that's making me anxious to think
Yes,
about
I
it.
know.
And it's really starting to make me sweat, just kind of like the weather is. Let's check in with Andrea for this week's forecast. Andrea?
Well, Longhorns, it's officially spooky season, but the weather isn't feeling so spooky yet. This week's going to be filled with mostly sunshine and a drizzle of rain. Today will be mostly sunny and hot, with a high of around 99. So don't pull out your fall sweaters just yet. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low near 75. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high around 96. A low of 74 and a 20% chance of rain. So bring your umbrella along as you go to class just in case. On Friday, the chance of showers and thunderstorms will rise to 30%, while the highs and lows will remain the same. So for you ACL goers, bring your rain boots and ponchos while you enjoy your favorite artists. As we move into the weekend, we will see highs near 95 and lows near 70. On Sunday, we will see the same with a 20% chance of rain. You never know what the weather will bring here in Texas, so my advice, plan for anything. Have fun at ACL and be safe. That's it for me. Live from the Weather Center, I'm Andrea Muniz.
Thanks, Andrea. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more Good Morning Texas when we get back. Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. As UT students, we all know where the Union is. I know I spend my fair share of time in there in between classes, but we don't know a whole lot of history about it. So our reporters Andrea and Sarah got the inside scoop on this iconic building for our segment, Texas Traditions.
Good morning, Texas. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Sarah,
On Texas Tradition,
where we'll be exploring UT's most iconic people, places, and traditions.
let's go! In 1933, the Texas Union was built. Paul Krett was the architect.
The building was built with the intention of providing students with a community center on campus. Today, the Union is home to the Cactus Cafe, a food court, a ballroom, a theater, and a bowling alley.
Looking for somewhere to hang out? The Union Underground offers games of air hockey, foosball, billiards, and bowling. Visit on a Thursday or Friday night or during the weekend for the Globe Bowl experience.
Visit the Cactus Cafe for some live music entertainment.
Take a break. Head down to the Texas Union Theater, where every week Showtime holds movie screenings for free.
Every Thursday night, they host their blockbuster film series of the most popular movies right now. And on select Wednesday nights, they host their late-night film series of some iconic movies from the past.
The screenings for the month of October include Toy Story 4, Yesterday, Midsummer, Twilight, the 1989 Pet Sematary, and many more.
Don't miss out. Visit the Texas Union.
With Good Morning Texas,
I'm Andrea.
and I'm Sarah.
You know, Cameron, I didn't even know that we had a Cactus Cafe of people just playing music. Like, that's so cool.
I know, and what that video really reminded me of was the movie nights. I used to always do that in freshman year, and you know, I'd sneak my snacks in.
Yeah.
We're on a budget, so.
Of course, I get it.
But speaking of snacks, it is October, so pumpkin spice is officially the flavor of the month.
That's right.
There are a lot of pumpkin spice snack options to choose from, so we tried some for you in our segment, GMTX Tries, pumpkin spice products. Oh, is this water? I don't trust it anymore. It could be pumpkin spice. Right now in front of me, I spy with my little eye a frosted Pop-Tart. So immediately my mind goes to strawberry, but this is gonna end up being very disappointing to me.
Making a mess.
I kind of like it.
You like it?
If this were toasted, I would
I'm
eat
trying
it.
to.
This looks like a healthy Oreo you'd get at Whole Foods.
It smells like a Bath and Body Works candle. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, you're right.
Good.
Oh, that smells all right. Cheers! Cheers!
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh,
So bitter. Oh.
It tastes like coffee. It actually tastes sweeter than coffee, I'd say.
I mean,
This is why I'm not a coffee drinker.
okay, I'm done.
I like it less and less with each sip.
Yeah.
This looks like something I wouldn't want to eat.
It's not bad. It doesn't. It smells all right.
You might find it on 6th Street at 2 in the morning, quite frankly.
It smells, yeah. It tastes like applesauce, but it's pumpkin. Pumpkin. I like this. I'm not looking forward to this one.
In the wise words of Twitter culture, I'm baby.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. No, no.
Negative.
No. Ew. I'm good.
Actually, I'm gonna eat another spoonful.
That was horrible.
It may be the worst thing I've ever eaten.
I feel bad for babies. Cameron, out of all of those snacks, excuse me, I really like those chips. I think they were honestly the best snack.
I know, they were like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but with a tortilla chip.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on, but it was good.
Yes, for sure.
Another thing I really like to eat is fried rice. In fact, it's actually not that hard to make at home, and it's pretty inexpensive too. So I put together a quick and easy recipe video for y'all. Hello and welcome to my kitchen. As midterm season is starting to come upon us, I know that time is really dwindling away, and so I wanted to show you a recipe that you can conveniently cook and use for meal prep for the week ahead. I'm also going to be throwing in a really quick, fun, relaxing activity that you can do just to stress relieve. So let's get started. For this craft, you're really only going to need 2 pieces of paper, or 3 if you have a big head like me, a couple paper clips, and a Sharpie. So first, you're going to start decorating the hat by writing chef on it or whatever you want and adding little details. After that, you're going to start combining the pieces of paper together with paper clips, or if you run out of those, just use pens like I did in my case. It'll get the job done regardless. So the recipe we'll be making this week is a simple fried rice. The ingredients that you'll need for this recipe are basically any protein of your choice, any vegetables you have laying around, which in my case is going to be bell peppers, onions, bean sprouts, water chestnuts, and garlic. You'll also need rice and soy sauce at the end. First, you're going to start to make the rice. Next, you're going to want to start cooking your chicken on the pan, and you're going to want to put some vegetable oil on there before. Then you're going to want to start adding all your other vegetables into the pan after the chicken is at least somewhat cooked. After all of the vegetables are sauteed, you're going to want to pour the rice into the pan that is cooked. And then lastly, you're going to put some soy sauce on top of the rice and mix that in. So I'm done cooking, and without further ado, bon appetit. For Good Morning Texas, I'm Cameron Trout.
Cameron, you're making me hungry. That looks so delicious.
I know, I'm making myself hungry, but I got some at home waiting for me tonight, you know?
Yes.
Well, stick around. After the break, a very special guest joins us to celebrate National Coffee with the Cop Day. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Today is the 4th annual celebration of National Coffee with a Cop Day. Joining us this morning to share a cup with us is UTPD Executive Officer and UT grad Chris Bonnet. Welcome, Chris. Thank you for coming.
Hi, my pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about you. I know you're a UT grad, so when did you join UTPD?
Sure, I joined UTPD in 2003. I graduated here in 2001 and kind of bounced around doing some odd jobs like graduates do sometimes, and landed at UTPD and loved it ever since.
That's awesome. I guess what's new at UTPD since you've been there?
Sure. Well, UTPD always has prided itself on really engaging with our student community. I think that's one of the reasons why so many of us are drawn to it and then stay. We like to be a part of the university community. But most recently, we've taken that another step. We've really tried to enhance our community engagement efforts. We did an organizational change and kind of split up with really focusing some of our officers on strictly community engagement. So we do have, our traditional investigations branch and and what you would think of as a normal patrol routine. But really where our community engagement division is out there trying to meet and greet with the students that live and work in specific areas.
Wow. So I understand some of those new divisions you mentioned were including like the community engagement division. So like, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So geographically, we've split up the campus into the districts, and each district has a representative assigned to it.
Okay.
So that is going to be your point of contact, and it's really easy to find out who that is if you haven't seen them or haven't met them yet. What you can do is go to our website, and there'll be a thing that says District Representatives. It's a map. Click on your building or the building that you frequent, and it'll pop up with the contact information and picture of your district representative. So that way you can put a name with a face and instantly reach out to them. If you have questions, concerns, comments, anything that, that you think the police may be able to help you with or that we need to know.
Wow. And I understand there's also a Citizen Police Academy?
Absolutely. I don't know how long we've been doing it, at least 10 years, I think.
Wow.
Citizens Police Academy is for anybody who's an affiliate of the university that wants to come through and learn more about our, our department and how we police our community. It's every Monday, and so there is I guess there's a certificate at the end of it if you attend enough classes. But I know that can be a commitment for especially students and staff, grad students, faculty as well, that have a lot going on. So it is every Monday, and folks are welcome to show up at our police department for as many of the classes as they want. If they look at the syllabus and see something that looks interesting and they only want to pop in for that one, that's fine as well. Of course, we want folks to go through the whole thing and get the certificate at the end, but we understand the time constraints, and really it's just about another way of engaging with our community and letting y'all see what we do, because we are part of this community as well.
That's awesome. Can you tell me what do you most enjoy about your job?
Ooh, I guess that's shifted. When I started in 2003, I was still pretty young, and I'm a Longhorn fan. I'm a Longhorn at heart. So, football was really doing great, and baseball that was a great time to start. So early in my career, obviously, I enjoyed working those special events and seeing concerts, and Austin City Limits was filmed here. So I've had a lot of opportunity to do some really cool things on an individual level. And then more recently, as I've hung around and been with the department, I've gotten the chance to see how the department can interact with other departments on a more of a macro level, and seeing the change in policing and some of the highs and lows of policing in this country recently, and how can we respond effectively to that and some of the concerns that our community has.
Wow, that's really great. Last question. So the National Coffee Day, Coffee with a Cop Day, is all about encouraging communication between law enforcement and the public. So how can UT community connect with you and other UTPD officers?
Sure. Coffee with a Cop is one of those great things. Police departments all over the country run on coffee, and I know it didn't look very popular with some of y'all on the segment, but I am a fan of the pumpkin spice coffee, so I'm excited. It's pumpkin spice season. But anytime, if you go to a coffee shop in the morning, you got a good likelihood of bumping into a police officer. All of us are people too, and we just want to have an opportunity to talk. If you have a question, even if it's something like, hey, I saw this on a TV show, is this actually real? The answer is probably no, but it gives you an opportunity to talk to the police and see, on a personal, person-to-person level. Because what we don't want to have happen, and happens all too often, is that the only interaction someone has with the police is when they're in a bad situation. Either they've been the victim of theft, or their car's broken down on the road. Something bad has happened. So the more often that you can interact with a police officer in a positive light, the better, and the same for us.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us this morning, having Coffee with a Cop Day. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we play a new game with fun twists. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
We'll pick Welcome Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. It's officially midterm mania, and it's finally here. That's why today we're going to de-stress with a fun game. So we have here Watch Your Mouth, and so basically we're going to have a mouthpiece in our mouth, and we have like about 30 seconds to guess what that person is trying to say. So I don't know if you want to go first.
So we just like say what's on the card, right?
Yes. So, and then I'm like, since you're first, I'm going to have to guess what you're trying to say.
Oh my gosh. Let me try.
Okay, and go.
How is hunkin' size everything?
How? Okay.
How?
Fall?
How? How?
Fall?
Eh?
Okay.
Means? Means?
Is it the fall?
Girl. That's too long. Oh, hi, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Okay, time out. Okay, all right. So, my turn. I think, yeah, time is out. Okay.
I was out of
Okay.
That's messy.
Okay. Okay.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Grab your card.
Okay.
Who?
Uh-huh.
Imagines? I saw imagine. It measures? Is that... What?
Time's
Okay,
up.
whatever.
Who remembers MySpace?
I don't.
I never had one. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to kill this. Heater, hide her hickle, heater, hide her hunkin' eater.
Peter Piper is an eater?
Hunkin'
Is a pumpkin
eater.
eater. Okay, perfect.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Oh, wait. Are you
I'll do it.
restarting?
No.
Okay.
3, 2, oh, girl.
Okay. All right. That's none of our business.
That's none of my business.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done. I say that way too much.
Okay. Our dominates all day, every day.
Donald Trump.
Arho?
Marshall.
Arho? Like, Arho?
Mario. Okay.
Time's up. Marvel dominates all day, every day.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do? Okay. Well, thanks so much for tuning in this morning. We had a lot of fun, and I hope you did. For more GMTX throughout the week, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Good Morning TX. Don't forget, catch us next week as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Have a great day.
Thank you.